At this time, we have no reason to believe that there is any other existing threat out there. We are doing everything we can to make sure that this is thoroughly investigated, and that if there is any information developed that anyone else was involved, that between PSP and the FBI, that will very quickly be followed up on.
All we know was shots were fired, and then I jumped over the barrier and put my hand on the guy's head that was profusely bleeding.
Who was it? Do you know?
It's a stranger.
This is not Trump, though. This is another person.
Yeah. So Trump's not here.
And it was, you said he got hit on his head?
Yeah.
Did you see, were you in the vicinity of where Trump was?
I was on the side. I was with a special guest.
Are you okay?
I'm Rico Elmore, but I just, military reactions.
Yeah.
I was right in the front row, like if you're looking at the stage, directly to the left of the stage. And so there were probably 4 or 5 shots, you know, and having been in like sniper situations before, there was definitely a shot right behind me that hit a couple people in the bleachers that were wounded pretty seriously.
It seemed initially like firecrackers went off. It was very confusing initially because, you know, I knew it was gunfire, but I couldn't quite tell where it was coming from. It sounded like it was coming from behind the bleachers. And the man in the bleachers, kind of to the right of me in the bleachers, took a gunshot wound to the head, was killed. And another woman, I don't know exactly where she was in the bleachers. I think she was either behind me or to the right of me. She got around she got hit in the forearm and hand, it looked like. But if she was wounded, she wasn't killed.
Can I ask you how you're feeling? Obviously, you just witnessed something terrible happen. A lot of chaos was in the room. How exactly are you feeling right now, Joseph?
You know, it's something you don't expect. You know, it's a bolt out of the blue, so it's very shocking. It's just, I think a lot of people in the crowd just thought it was fireworks going off. I knew immediately it was gunshots. I knew they were close, and then when I saw someone get hit and go down, that's when I knew it was probably serious. You know, it was a lot of confusion. It's just massive confusion, you know, throughout the event. I saw Donald Trump get hit. It looked like he was either, I was running my camera at the time, but it looked like he was just turning his head to the side, and it looked like he got grazed in the right ear with a bullet. I kind of saw that go on, and then I looked down, I saw that the man, you know, had died in the bleachers. It was just complete pandemonium. Like there was a bit of a delay, like there was a lot of confusion, but immediately, you know, it seemed like more gunfire erupted. I couldn't figure out where that was coming from, and then, you know, there was a state policeman there. I believe a SWAT team, you know, showed up relatively quickly. They jumped the side. There was a fence, you know, was next to the bleachers. They jumped the bleachers and started clearing the bleachers. And then I helped carry the body of the man down out of the bleachers, and they took him to a tent behind the bleachers.
I'm standing next to the fence on that left-hand side. When we heard this go off, we thought it was firecrackers at first, and then somebody hollered everybody to the ground, so we're all going down to the ground. And we weren't sure if Trump got hit or not, because the first thing we saw was all the Secret Service crowding around Trump.
Irina Burkor is a reporter with the Butler Eagle. She was in the crowd during the rally, joins me now from Butler in Pennsylvania. Thanks so much. First of all, what did you see and hear when this started?
Sure. So I was in the crowd. We had a reporter actually in the enclosed media area, but I was with the other visitors, and I just heard several gunshots, and everyone around me, including myself, we all ducked down. A woman behind me was praying. There was a mother in front of me who was telling her children to crouch down. And soon after that, people started standing up and started being evacuated by Secret Service.
Were you, you went there to cover a rally. I mean, were you in disbelief initially? What went through your mind?
I think I was in shock for the first few moments because I wasn't close to the bleachers or where former President Trump was standing. So I didn't see what was happening until I got the information in bits and pieces. I was definitely in disbelief, and I think everyone around me was as well.
Yeah, tell me more about the crowd. You mentioned those immediately around you, but what happened after the former president was taken away? Was there any sense of panic or concern, or I guess bewilderment? But what did people do?
So a number of people started evacuating before calls for evacuation took place. Other people just started filming on their phones, and as I was talking to some folks, it just seemed like everybody was in a daze. People were telling me that they saw a shooter on the roof. Other people were saying other things, and so there seemed to be a lot of confusion. I spoke with a man who performed CPR on the fatally wounded victim, and again, just a sense of yes, but bewilderment, like you said. Everybody is still reeling from this.
Tell us a little more about the place. I mean, you cover the area. What's it like? What kind of place is it? Who lives there?
Sure. So it's the Butler Farm Show grounds. It's I would say a fairly open, large area where different local events are held. The rally was held outdoors, entirely outdoors, and the neighborhood in which the rally took place, I would call it a fairly quiet neighborhood. Leading up to the rally, driving into the parking lot, you could see neighbors holding lemonade stands. It is a fairly quiet neighborhood. That's how I would describe it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they didn't expect in their wildest dreams anything like this to happen. Did you ever think you'd be in this sort of situation as a local reporter? How are you processing it?
I don't think that I ever expected to be in this situation. As soon as I heard the gunshots, like I said, I ducked for cover, and as the shock set in, I texted my editor immediately, told him what was going on, and I guess I'm processing it just like everybody else, and just speaking with folks has helped me be a little bit more grounded. I think.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Keep talking to people about it, shared experience. Irina Burko in Butler, Pennsylvania, thanks so much. Really appreciate you.